This is Mark Bell from SuperTrainingGym.com answering a Q&A from Jay Fry. Jay Fry is a world-class bench presser. One of the videos he sent me, I believe he benches 740, weighing 198 pounds. That's a pretty huge deal. That's a huge bench press. Or maybe it's 181 pounds. I don't know. I don't pay much attention to those little guys that much. Anyway, he's got a question for me, and he basically is asking me why I bench like a retard. In his question, to summarize it, he asked me why I roll my shoulders as I come down to bench press, and why I lift my head up and watch the bar touch fairly low on my stomach. Then he shows me a video example of himself, which of course bench only guys, that's all they ever do is talk about themselves. He shows me a video of himself benching 740, and he shows how he arches up to the bar instead of utilizing the technique that I use. He says, what are the advantages, what are some of the advantages this gives you being a bigger guy? My arm's getting tired, so I got to move over here from holding this half-pound camera, whatever the hell it is. It's kind of a hard question to answer. It's a kind of a long-winded question, but in short, basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to run away from the strength of the shirt. Where most lifters are trying to go right into the teeth of the shirt, the strength of the shirt, whatever you want to call it. I've heard some guys from Metal Militia use the term strength bubble. I know it sounds kind of weird, but there's definitely a strength bubble to a shirt. There's an area in the shirt that has its main strength. And one of the reasons why you tuck and one of the reasons why you bring the weight low is to get away from the strongest part of the shirt. If you just put your elbows out and bench really high, you're never going to touch a weight properly. You're never going to put it in the right spot. So what I do is I tuck my elbows as I come down. I tuck them. I lift my head up. And what I'm doing the whole time is as I tuck my elbows in, I'm basically creating more fabric in the chest plate because I'm keeping my arms tucked in tight. If my arms were out, the chest plate would be really tight, and it would be very hard to get the weights down. Tucking your elbows and touching the weight low go hand in hand. You cannot touch a weight low without tucking your elbows, or you would dump the weight. Let's see what else on that point. Oh, and the exact opposite is true on the way up. So on the way down, I'm running away from the strength of the shirt in a way, and on the way back up, I'm trying to get back into that strength groove as fast as I can. So you'll see me, I'll push my head back, and I'll flare my elbows out, and I try to get my elbows under the bar, and basically just trying to rip my shirt in half is a good way of looking at it. That's actually the words that Jay Fry used here that he teaches. So his arm angle and my arm angle are identical, and I will post the links to both of these. You can see them, but the style that we utilize to get the weights down is just much different. I hope you like the tilted hat. That's it from Mark Bell from SuperTrainingGym.com. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse.